Well, a very warm welcome back, everybody. Final match here of our afternoon session, and we move on to the Junior Open. Really looking forward to this one. Our last champion when we were in Louisville earlier on, or late on last year, November. Shane Petrick got the title, and he's taking on Savannah Easton, who is just about the busiest pool player on the planet right now, because she's playing in every single event here over the course of the next 48 hours. Quite ridiculous. She's in the juniors, she's in the women's, she's in the open, and she's in the mixed pairs later on tonight as well. An awful lot of pool for Savannah to play. But this is the Junior Open right now. Simon Webb and Tony Holgate are here with you for this one, and really enjoying ourselves this weekend, Tony, and I think this is another match that should really entertain us. I expect it to be fast-paced and entertaining.
I'll tell you what, I've been told, I've not seen Savannah Easton play, but Stephen Wyatt and then various other people around here have said this girl is going to be always phenomenal. So looking forward to seeing her play. Quite quick round the table as well.
Well, if you're going to play in all those events, you have to.
Well, you have to, yeah.
The match is done and
you have time.
Yeah.
But she's been chomping at the bit to get into the arena, because every time we've been walking past the commentary box, I've seen her walking around with her cues out, all done up, ready
to go. Yeah. Well, she doesn't need to put her cues away in between matches, because she just goes from one match to the next.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5 matches in the Women's Open before the knockout stages. 3 in the Open. 3 in the Junior Open. Of course, the mixed pair, she's in the. It starts at the quarter-final stage at 6 p.m. tonight.
And who's her partner?
She's playing with Eric Charlton, who was brilliant yesterday, made it through to the shootout final, one of the local favourites, and yeah, she's playing with Eric.
That promises to be really good tonight. That, I mean, it's very, very. Well, you can't call it. I don't think that.
No, you can't. I think I've been saying all week long, I think the Snyers are probably the favourites, but it's so tough to call.
Yeah, Marguerite was fantastic. I mean, what a cue action and stroke, the way she hits the ball, and so still. Because a lot of the players, their style over here is they do move around on the shots, but she reminded me more of a snooker player. Yeah, back from the UK, with a clinical textbook stance and
really good cue action. Well, you'd like to think there'll be some synergy between the two, being married.
Yeah.
They're not the only married couple we have. Of course, the De Leons are playing in the event as well.
Well, Nick De Leon was in the shootout last night, wasn't he? Didn't have a great evening at the office.
It was Eric that did for Nick, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
With a buzzer beater. Slightly scratchy opening rack here. Both players have had a couple of opportunities at the table. Not quite got to grips with it, and well, we've mentioned it a lot throughout that's a beautiful shot. We've mentioned it a lot throughout the last day and a half or so that this table, when you go out there for the first time, it is going to catch you out. That's just a reality of it. If you have not played a rack on this table yet, and neither Shane or Savannah have, this will catch you out.
Emily Duddy, to the tournament desk, please. Emily Duddy.
Oh, a little bump would have really been nice, but that's awkward all of a sudden. I thought he was going to get that grazing blow and just land plumb.
Well, it's either very thin back into the corner, or it's a bank into the side pocket. She's going for the bank. Ooh, hit both jaws.
Yeah, another opportunity gets away. Another pace control problem. I was actually mentioning Eric Charlton. I was chatting to him yesterday. He was saying that his first 20 minutes on this table, he just thought he's never going to get it. It was so fast, it was so reactive. But the minute he did get it, he's like, what a beautiful table to play on. All of a sudden, just the touch and the feel, and it was lovely. It's a Brunswick table with a CPBA cloth on it.
Yeah, I was in here, the last time I was in here not very long ago with Tara Connor, and she's played on the Brunswick practice table that's out in the arena where all the pros have been playing on, and she was practicing with Craig Wallingham, and she mentioned when she plays, she goes just a tiny draw shot, and how far the cue ball comes back. So it comes back 2 diamonds, which is like when you're trying to come back 1 diamond, and
you are out by that amount. It almost just, you can't believe, even when she played, you cannot believe how far it's going to move.
Well, Shane now just eyeing up this 13 ball. And it has been a bit of a scrappy opener. Wow.
Yeah, he thought he'd missed it for a second. This 8 ball for the opening rack. It is a race to 4, and we have 40 minutes on our match clock, so match clock not really relevant here unless it's really drawn out. Focus on the race to 4, and this will be the good start that Shane's looking for. Used it all, but in it drops.
And secure ball to Savannah Easton. Break is off in rack 2. It's race to 4.
Scratches straight in.
Must have warmed up in the arena because Savannah started off wearing the sort of tracksuit top there. That's off now.
Yeah, I was noticing actually that the tracksuit top's come off. It must mean she means business, but also noticing that just the sheer volume of sponsors she's got. That's a sign that she can play really well.
Or had a message saying, why am my sponsorship name not being shown on the TV?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great that at these ages that they get to experience this sort of competition, and sample the environment at an early age, because it does now stand you in good stead for the future. And just gaining that experience. You're out there in the middle of a TV arena, and there's a nice crowd out there as well watching.
Yeah, there is. I interviewed April after her victory in the previous one. She mentioned the crowd and how nervous it made her. There was quite a few people. She said, it's been a little while before I've been out in front of that many people playing, and she dealt with it really well.
Well, she's got herself back to the table quite quickly. Probably not. She didn't think she was going to be there as quick as she was after Shane's mistake.
Savannah now looking for that settler. Good opportunity this. A little bit of work on the right hand side, but
yeah, it's the 12 ball that's the slight problem.
Even there you can see her reaction to just that cue ball refusing to stop. Well, that's no good.
Yeah, probably asking a lot to try and move that 7 ball out of the way and then land on something afterwards. It's kind of all your eggs in one basket with that, and fairly low percentage. So she's going to have to find something pretty clever here.
Coming down to the bottom left, it looks like. Tough shot. And it doesn't land. And not quite got away with it. Right now, Savannah's struggling out there. One thing you will say is that, win or lose this match, the table time will certainly stand there in good stead going into the mix later on.
Yeah.
Because we've talked about how tough it is.
Shane in good position now. I'm going to take the 3 ball, come up for the 1, and get rid of the 7. I'll leave him with the 2 and the 4 at the bottom of the table. 8's okay where it is. Flies up and down that rail in either pocket that Shane chooses. He's decided to play the 2 ball. I thought for a second he's going to play the 4 first. Sort of draw the cue ball back, leave himself a roll in with the 2 and just play the 8 ball into the top right hand corner, but he's changed his mind. So he's got to be a bit careful here. Just use that side cushion. He's come out and he has an angle, so he's pretty much going to do the same as what he would have done if he'd gone the other way. I just thought it might have been easier to get on the 2 from the 4, but this should be okay. He can push the cue ball through onto the cushion. Unless he wants to draw it all the way back up, I'd recommend pushing through, but he's digging deep.
Played it nicely. It's just gone a couple of rolls further than is comfortable.
Yeah, I just thought he could have rolled maybe through into that side rail and come back right behind it, which is then, well, he should get this anyway, but if right behind it is completely unmissable. But then you think that this one should be in, and it is.
Yeah, doubles the lead here for Shane, and missed opportunity for Savannah once again.
Of course, with Shane being under the whip as well, if he's lost the other game. That's a big break, but I thought the cue ball then was going in the side pocket. He's going to scratch, but it's just bumped off that jaw. So Shane at the table with the choice. I think he's going to have to go stripes. With the one dodgy stripe, the 11 ball, he can kick straight out off the 13. You should think he can hold on the 12, whatever happens. And the 9 is also available in the middle of the table. And that's a pretty good outcome. And a great chance now for Shane Petrick to run this rack and get himself on the hill.
And he needs to win handsomely as well. If he was to win 4 racks to 0, that would be enough at the expense of Savannah. Jordan Halfrey's played out. She's got a rack difference of +5, which is the first decider when players are tied on groups. She's got +5. Savannah's currently on +6, but she's obviously 2-0 down here, and Shane's on +1, but he's 2-0 up here. So if Shane was to go and win 4 racks to 0, he'd go up and be +5, and Savannah would be down to just +1, and she'd be out. So, or into the second chance event, essentially.
He's just hooked himself. Well, he made that bank shot, but wasn't the greatest connection he had with playing that shot, and you feel like Savannah's going to get a bite of this cherry here. And like you say, every frame is huge in this match. Well, he's got out of that situation and hit the 9. He's left it in front of the 8. And also the 4 ball's a bit tied up behind the 14 up there for Savannah. But everything else is open. But she's going to have to work out a weight. She could play the 3 off the 14. Or she should play it and spin through, which she has done. She wants the 14 to go in. That would be handy. And it stayed there.
Trying to work out the order she wants to go here.
I like potting the 2, leaving a cut on the 1 and bringing the cue ball across and kicking into the 8.
Move it out of the way.
You've got a line of the 7, surely. You'd have to be unlucky not to.
Part of me was thinking about
Play the bank?
No, I was thinking about leaving. If you leave your last ball, the 2 would have been the perfect one, but it was probably needed to get into shape. But leave the 6 up there now and just get above the 8, take it down the table.
Yeah, I think that's what she's looking at.
Yeah. The only thing is here with the angle she's got, she just has to make sure she comes across and uses, comes to the left-hand side of the table. Don't leave this straight and leave yourself nothing.
That's good.
Looks to be a nice angle.
That's where she wants to be. Well, you settle for that, and this is a very important shot now for Savannah Easton. And she makes the 8. And that's a tidy little finish there.
Yeah, +5, and Savannah's currently at +6.
Both of them can't go past +5, and
exactly.
that would happen.
Exactly that. And I think the 4-1, 4-2 is the turning point. So if Savannah wins one more rack, I think it'll be enough, and it'll be Savannah and Jordan that go through to the main event, and our champion from Louisville will be down into the second chance event.
That's nice for Jordan, so she hasn't got to sit there anxiously watching the match.
Yeah.
Well, scratch there from Savannah.
Extension call.
Shane's okay here. I think I'd have been tempted to leave the 5. 5, 6, 8 would have been my temptation for the final 3.
Yeah, I get that.
You would need to have, got good shape on the 5 to not be tracking up the table, but I feel like Shane's in a little bit of no man's land here. Definitely now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is looking a bit sticky now for Shane.
Yeah, I think this is. It went wrong when he kind of hooked himself on the balls down the table on the 9, and I think that the plan was to play on the 5 in the side, but I don't think that was the best of routes.
No, just look at the stripes as well for Savannah.
Yeah. Do you think they know? Do you think they know that this is that 4-1, 4-2 is the mark? Obviously, Shane knows he has to win, but do you think he knows he has to win 4-1?
You'd like to think so.
Yeah. I suspect Savannah might not, because she's so busy to work it out. It would be maybe a little bit tough, but she's.
But then that might be a good thing, not knowing.
Yeah, but she's got quite a few people here with her. Family's here, so yeah. I'm sure somebody worked it out if she didn't have time.
Well, if your calculations are correct, and I think they might be for a change.
Oh, that's very kind of you to say so.
This basically puts Shane out.
Yeah, well, into the second chance event, but obviously he came here with high hopes of adding another Ultimate Ball USA title to his name. Of course, he can in the second chance, but not the one he was looking for.
Viewers scheduled for a 4 o'clock match. So you can play early and check out because
Nicely done again by Savannah Easton, and this now is huge. Just checking her angles. 8 ball's going to have to go in the side pocket. Just wants to draw the cue ball back a little bit. Just leave that little angle so she can run through. Possibly a little bit thinner than she'd like, but
I feel like it's turning towards the 8, isn't it? It's on a narrow line.
But then the weight of the ball will push it more forward than we think. So it's a very gentle dribble.
I like playing it with more pace and getting to the left-hand side. Take that risk out of it. Yeah. Like that. Nice shot. A couple of rolls too far, but this is fine. That is absolutely fine.
Tidy finish once again from Savannah Easton.
Quite a number of players actually showing a lot of support for Ultimate USA, travelling around the country with us. You know, we're travelling around the country and introducing ourselves to whole new, different areas at a time, and our travelling party is getting bigger, which is great. It shows we're on the right lines.
Yeah, indeed. It's my first time over the pond with the Ultimate Pool USA, and it's been great. We've been welcomed and looked after very well.
Have indeed. It's been very good here. Dozer's Grill in Mesa, Phoenix. That's where we are. Two-ball needs some attention.
Well, I don't detect he's playing like a man that's, or young man that's been eliminated from the main event. Because if it was me, I'd just throw my arm at least and not be out of the arena.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't know if I'd have carried on. He's giving it all his attention.
Trying to force it. Didn't quite have the angle. Had to really
And this is
force
where
it.
it slipped for Shane. You got the first 2, and then the next 2 is this sort of thing's happened where trying to force the outcome, and it's just not entirely works out for himself. And by wiping away a few of these solids as he goes along, and he has done in the previous frames, he's clearing traffic for Savannah. That's a great shot.
Deserved better. That was a brilliant effort.
I think he might be able to get to the 1.
Yeah,
But
still
the
hasn't
2,
opened up the 2, has it?
yeah,
That's the problem.
The 2's sticky. I think he's going to have to maybe try and attempt to move the 2 off this, because I don't think there's any way he can get onto the 3 to give himself an angle. So I think he's got to draw this back at pace into the 2 and 13.
Okay, draws back for loads of angle here on the 3. The line's available, isn't it?
I think you come off the top rail and then the right hand side rail and come into the 13 that way.
I thought you could go 3 rails here, but maybe not. No, he's just going the 1 or 2. Maybe a bit too far for the 3 rails.
Ooh. Well, now he's in a bit of bother. Can't see the 2 now. It's given Savannah Easton ball in hand. Sort of pot the 14 and sort of draw into the 2 and push it, or ideally you just want to pop one of those balls and push that 2 out of the way and just free everything.
Yeah, not deciding to do that though, which I'm a little bit surprised at.
Playing safe up, maybe nudging to the 15 at the top, but don't want to play safe now, anyway, do you? She's going to take out the finish.
Yeah, you're just not going to move anything.
No, quite happy with it. This is fair enough.
I'm with you though. That first shot, if you just draw it back and just graze the, you've opened everything up, haven't you?
Yeah, I think Savannah just looked at it and thought, well, it's not hard to get position onto that into the side pocket, so this is going to go 3-2. Nice angle now just to pot this 11, run around the back of the 2 and up for the 8.
Joe Prince, table 11. Joe Prince, table 11, please.
And she'll settle for that. Side pocket. And it's a 3 racks to 2 in favour of Savannah Easton. So from 2 down, she's won 3 in a row.
Even if she was to go on and lose it 4-3, she would just edge out Jordan Helfrey to the top spot, which does make a difference when you go through to the knockout stages. If you finish top of your group, you're going to get a walkover in the first round, and you get the slightly better draw because of it. And Savannah's got an opportunity to wrap it up.
I like the way she gets on with the game. She you know, she's not one that lagging around the place, you know, taking her time. She knows her shot, gets down and commits to it. You can see that she's definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with in the coming years at the very, very top. Yeah, that was nicely manoeuvred there. Punched this 3 in now.
She'd love to have got to the other side of it though, wouldn't she? If she could have reached the 10 ball, it would have made life easier.
Yeah. Spin the cue ball over towards the 6. Well, hello, is he going to get through the gap? It is. And what a performance.
The minute that Savannah found her cue ball, that she just almost needed 2 racks just to get used to the pace out there. Since then, she's been on point. And 4 straight racks for Savannah Easton. She she tops the group. She goes through to the main event. And Shane will have to make do with the second chance event this time round for the former champion. Here's Savannah that goes through.